beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to this pick a card, or rather, pick a crystal reading. So, these are going to be your 2025 highlights. We are going to go over love and romance, your finances and work, your personal growth throughout the year, as well as some fun and adventure that will be open to you throughout 2025. So I'm going to hold each crystal up to the camera, and while I do that, I will be playing a sound for those that would like to choose their reading clairaudiently. And today we will just be using some tarot to go through each topic. And if you're interested in purchasing that tarot deck, you can find my affiliate link in the description below, as well as the link to my Amazon storefront. It always really helps me out when you guys click on those links and purchase something through there. So starting off, we have reading number 1. Reading number 2. Number 3. And number 4. If you need more time, you can go ahead and pause the video or go down to the description and hit the reading selection timestamp. We're going to start with the first crystal here for the readings, and all 4 readings will be timestamped in the description as well. So you can find yours there, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into your 2025 highlights. So again, we're going to go over your love and romance, your finances and work, your spiritual growth, and just personal growth throughout the year, as well as some fun and adventure that you may be open to throughout 2025. So let's start with love and romance. For pile number 1, Spirit, love and romance. Okay. So we have the Chariot, Strength, and 9 of Pentacles. I feel like this is really beautiful energy. The thing that's standing out to me the most is this Strength card. This is really telling me that there are going to be some opportunities for you to really open your heart up in 2025 and perhaps trust a little bit more than you have been used to in the past. It does feel like you are making a lot of personal progress throughout the year, and so that this is going to put you in the perfect space to really do that, to open your heart and create this bond and trust with your partner. If you are single, I do feel like this is about you attracting somebody that is going to not necessarily push you to your limits, but they will bring you to a space that maybe you haven't been to before emotionally, where you are really able to open your heart up and allow them to see parts of yourself that you don't normally share with other people. With the Nine of Pentacles here as well, it does feel like this is a really relaxed and um, it's just a really nice energy to have in a relationship. I'm feeling like you aren't going to be worried. If you're somebody that has been anxious in the past or untrusting towards your partners, this definitely feels like an opening to some healing for that, because the Nine of Pentacles, she's very relaxed, she is very in her element, and she's not really worried about a whole lot. And so that really makes me feel like your relationship and your love in 2025 is going to be one of trust, one of relaxation, reliability, and loyalty. I really feel like whoever is entering your life is going to be somebody that is is definitely trustworthy and somebody that is worthy of you and your energy, because not everybody is worthy of you opening up to, and I get that. And I think that you get that too. And maybe you've had a lot of high expectations in the past that have really not allowed for that connection to happen, and that is totally valid. It's I think that this is all about you really just opening up and moving forward and learning to trust again, learning to relax into being in love. And if in love is too big of a thing for you to think of, then don't worry about it. Just let your relationship take the course that it needs to. But I really feel like this is going to be a very flexible situation. It's going to be very loose. It's not going to have a lot of rigidness, not a lot of like demanding of you to be a certain person, to be a certain way. And again, if you are already in a relationship, this could just be, a strengthening of your bond together, a strengthening of your understanding of each other. Because when you get together, you are one person and you do evolve over time. And so it's natural for you guys to rediscover each other in a sense. And so I feel like this is just such a good message to receive in terms of love, because it's so relaxed, it's so trusting, it's so reliable, and really just I'm hearing I'm taken care of is what I think that you're going to feel. So this feels really nice to begin with. On the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the High Priestess. So I really feel like something is going to happen in your love life that's going to shift your perception about love in general, and about how you can be loved and how you should be loved. Maybe you are raising your expectations or raising your standards in a way that somebody is going to align with and really be able to meet those expectations. I really love this for you. And it also feels like you should definitely follow your intuition when it comes to love. You may find it in the most unexpected way, and don't be surprised if that happens. If the universe is like, if you have one plan and then the universe is like, no, 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 there's something so much better. I have this plan for you. You're going to meet them here at this time, at this moment. You're not going to expect it, and it'll be so much better that way. Okay, so let's move into your work and finances. So, work and finances for pile number one. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands in reverse with the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is feeling like maybe you need to slow down a little bit. When it comes to your work and your ideas, I feel like you have so many that it can be difficult for you to actually finish anything. And that's not to say that you don't finish things, but maybe you don't give it your all, or maybe you tend to have a really great idea and then you can't execute the fullness of it because you haven't set up the stability along the way. You haven't laid down the groundwork to be able to really execute what you want to accomplish. I also feel like this may be pointing to you waiting for something and you really want it to be moved along. You really want results. And the universe is saying, but you need to wait. We do have the Hermit here. So it's feeling very much like your work is going to involve you doing a little bit of decluttering. It kind of feels like this moment, maybe this pause that this card is speaking of, that you get the chance to reevaluate, to really look at how you want work to show up in your life, how you want it to feel, and also how you want to navigate. I'm hearing be your own boss. So maybe you are looking to shift from working from somebody into being an entrepreneur, or if you haven't had a job, you are looking to start one. But this could also just point to you reevaluating what and how work should feel for you in 2025. So I do feel like there's a lot of things that may kind of be up in the air. They may, it may require you to be a little bit more patient in 2025 as you sort out what is important to you and how you want to receive money, how you want it to feel when you receive money. We have the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you are moving out of a very difficult financial situation. This card speaks of a lot of strife and struggles. And so it definitely feels like as you are entering 2025, and maybe for the first part of the year, you're still kind of finding your footing. You're still kind of waiting for results. Maybe you have put a lot of applications out and you're waiting to hear results, or you've really put yourself and your own business that you've created into the universe and you're waiting for the full manifestation of it. And so I think that right now, or at least like while this is happening, that you are meant to be practicing patience, practicing what you really want, and owning the energy of it, discovering that part of yourself, and maybe going a little bit deeper than you have in the past. With the Page of Pentacles here, though, this is a really, really good sign that things will pick up, they will start. The Page of Pentacles is all about news about your finances and other material matters. And so this is telling me that, yes, even though there may be a pause, there may be this moment where you do need to take a step back and reflect, pick yourself up, let yourself heal a little bit, that there will be movement again. There is going to be something that really sparks new action and new resources in your life in a really positive direction. This is feeling like such a good space to exist in. I feel like this is a really nice series of events that's going to be unfolding in your life in 2025. When it comes to your work, you do need to be connected to it. I really feel like if you're not passionate about your work, then it just doesn't stick with you. It doesn't mean anything. And so it's hard for you to really focus on it. It's hard for you to bring your full energy and attention to it. And so I think that that's what this is about. That's what this lesson has been about, is about you giving yourself permission to first want the things that are going to feel right for you, and second, believe that you can receive them. So there may be a little bit of manifestation practicing in the works this in 2025 for you. Overall, though, I feel like your finances, it may start off a little bit slow. You may not have enough or feel like you have enough, but there will be a turn of events and there will be new finances, new opportunities to create more in your life the more that the more that 2025 goes on. So if it doesn't start out great, know that there will be a change of events. So now let's take a look at your personal growth and your spirituality throughout 2025. For pile number one, group number one, what personal growth will they experience? Wow, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm really feeling like in all aspects of your life, 2025 I'm feeling is going to be a really big year for you where you discover a lot of things about yourself, and in the way of love, in the way of your finances, and we'll probably see something come out in your adventures as well. But the Wheel of Fortune here is telling me that all aspects of your life are teaching you major life lessons. And because of that, you are growing at a very fast rate. You are growing exponentially. And it also is telling me that there is a divine plan here. There is um, a specific fate that needs to exist in your life is what I'm feeling. And like I was saying, like the universe may have a different plan than you do when it comes to your romance. There is a plan that the divine has, and then there's your plan, and they do converge most of the time, and especially when you are in the receiving mode. But sometimes they are so opposite from each other. It's like, what the heck is going on in my life? What the heck is happening? And you're sometimes just not meant to know. You're not meant to know all of the answers. We do have Temperance on the bottom of the deck with this, so it feels as though balance is going to be your key throughout the year. It's going to be about you finding that sense of, okay, I can do this, and actually like taking action on it. Let's see what else is coming through for your personal growth throughout the year. Okay. Wow. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Okay. So the Eight of Pentacles here is feeling like you may be really desiring some recognition. I feel like you've been hard at work, and you're going to be hard at work when it comes to, your actual work, and when it comes to your inner workings, your inner life. And so I feel like there is this need to be seen. There is this need to have you existing be witnessed by somebody else and be acknowledged and be celebrated. And I feel like you will be finding that. I feel as though there is this opportunity by you desiring that, simply just by you wanting that, that the universe opens up a door for that to happen. And that may be where this trust is coming in your love life, where you really get this opportunity to heal something in you. Maybe you have been very guarded. Maybe in the past you haven't really opened yourself up to letting other people see how much you really do in your life and in other people's lives as well. And there's this opportunity to really grow as a person by letting people see the work that you're doing. And I really feel like this is going to heal a lot within you. You may have struggled through some heartache, and maybe that has really been a result of, or has just added on to your financial struggles. Excuse me. It does feel like there is this pain that you have been facing alone. And because of that, you've really cut yourself off, and that's okay. I'd want to say that first, because you when you do it. Like that sounds so weird, but I feel like people should never feel rushed to open up, because you're going to open up when you feel ready. And I feel like this year is you really saying yes to that experience. So, with the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Swords here, this is telling me that there has been a betrayal of sorts. There has been a reason, like I was saying, like you're going to open up when you're ready. And anybody who was trying to force you, they didn't understand the impact of this betrayal that you have faced in the past. They didn't understand how deeply it affected you. And while, yes, you have been intellectualizing your feelings, you haven't really wanted to address it. Now you are coming to a place where you do want to address it. You do want to wear your heart on your sleeve. You just maybe don't know how yet. And that's where this Two of Pentacles comes in. I really feel like you're introducing a lot of new personal responsibilities. Maybe you are maturing emotionally, and that's not to say that you aren't mature emotionally right now, but it's just like you, like I was saying, you evolve as a person throughout time, and your needs change. Your level of capacity to understand yourself, to understand the world, it changes. And so I feel like that's what this year is all about. It's about taking on this new level of personal responsibility to perceive things differently, to feel things differently, to experience things on a different level. And while that can feel a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're in one perspective, very narrowed in on something, it's hard to envision something beyond that. And I think that this year is really going to be about you expanding that, expanding your personal and inner world. But I do feel I want to say that you are valid for keeping yourself so guarded for so long. Because whatever this was, I do see that it was painful for you. It was something that you had to work on by yourself. Nobody was really there for you. And because of that, it made you feel like, well, what's the point in sharing if nobody's going to step up and be there for me? But I feel like there is going to be some kind of opportunity this year for you to open up and to follow your heart and allow yourself to be seen and perceived a little bit more. And with that comes a lot more for you to experience, a lot more for you to juggle, um, per se, but it's something that you can handle. This person is totally in control of the things that they are juggling. So I do feel like this is going to be a very big year for you when it comes to your personal growth, that you will be learning a lot about yourself and a lot about the way that you are in relation to the universe. And there will be a lot of healing if you are open to it. Of course, you can choose to keep yourself guarded and to not take on this role. But I do feel like it would give you a really nice opening in life for you to take on more and experience things a little bit more deeply. So, lastly, let's take a look at the fun and adventures that you are going to receive throughout 2025. So, for group number one, Spirit, what fun and adventures can they expect? Ooh, we have the Empress. So obviously she is depicted as a pregnant woman. So if that resonates, you may be expecting in 2025. But if not, please only take what resonates. The Empress is a very creative and abundant energy. And so I feel like you are going to be experiencing something that is going to open you up to receive more, and not just physically. I do feel like it kind of speaks to this Page of Pentacles moment where you are getting news of more finances, more resources, more material in your life. But I also feel like it's an emotional thing. Like, because you have opened yourself up, and again, there's this feeling of you opening yourself up to experiencing more, that you get to experience more beauty, more luxury, more abundance, more harvest of the things that you are asking. Again, remember when I mentioned that there may be some manifestation practicing. Maybe this is an upgrade in your ability to ask and receive from the universe. So let's see what else is coming through for fun and adventures. Beautiful. We have the Queen of Cups. I I really feel like you are going to be receiving some kind of inheritance this year. And that may be small, it may not be huge, but it may be in the form of maybe not even something in your family, but just something that is yours to have. And it could go as far as a large sum of money, but it could just be something that really means a lot to you. But the Queen of Cups, she is so poised. She's so at peace with her decisions because she follows her intuition. Both of the Empress and the Queen of Cups really come from a place of fluidity and abundance. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So I really feel like this is about you maybe honoring your I feel like you're a pretty stubborn person, and instead of that being a downfall, like people have tried to be like, well, you're so stubborn, you no wonder this happened, or you like this. And it's like, no, 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 no. I'm taking back my power. I'm going to choose to own who I am. And yeah, hell yeah, I'm stubborn. I am. And because of that, I make things work for me. And I really have understood, because of all of this, that I get to ask for what I want and I don't have to compromise. I don't have to settle for something less. I don't have to stay in this paused moment where I'm just waiting, waiting, waiting to receive what I want. I get to put my heart on my sleeve and really allow the universe to deliver what I deserve. And that's a really powerful place to be. So let's get one more card for your fun and adventure for 2025. Okay. Well, okay. Well, it's the Four of Pentacles, so that's perfect. Yeah. I just feel like this is a confirmation that you are who you are, and that is a beautiful thing. And you don't need to change anything about that. It's just about you leaning into new energies, you evolving as a person. With the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is going to be a very spiritual month for, or excuse me, spiritual year for you, and you'll be discovering a lot of things about yourself. You may be stepping into a bigger leadership role, again, with that entrepreneurial energy that I was feeling. There may be an opportunity for you to have more and to receive more, and for you to stick to the stubbornness that is in you. There is this feeling with this card, I do want to mention, that not to hold on too tightly. Like, yes, embrace your stubbornness, but allow there to be some kind of fluidity. The Chariot here, he is very fluid in his motion. It's a water dominant card. And so I feel like your lesson, not just in love, but throughout this year, and it may just come through your love life, is about opening up and allowing yourself to be fluid, to be flexible, and to allow things to change. But you don't have to settle. You don't have to say, well, it's not this, so it must be bad. It could be this or something better. And just allowing yourself to experience that really hopeful and beautiful energy that the universe really wants to embrace you with. Overall, group number one, you have a really beautiful and spectacular reading. I love all of this energy for you. I think if things start out really slow, to expect things to pick up, just do the inner work, not just about your work. You know, it may start off about your finances, and then you discover that, oh, this goes deeper. This runs deeper than just how I want to receive money. And so then that sparks this, and then that sparks this opening in your relationship. And then you end up, involving yourself in more opportunities, and so on and so forth. So just stay open. I really feel like 2025 is here to serve you and to really bring you to this relaxed state of confidence in yourself, of really this power person that deserves what they ask for and asks for things with purpose. Yeah, wow. Overall, I love this energy and I wish you all of the best in 2025. If you found this reading helpful and you resonated, please give it a like and follow me if you aren't already. You can find me on TikTok as well. I'll see you later. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. let's dive into your 2025 highlights. So let's start with your love and romance for 2025. So, Spirit, for group number 2, what does their love life look like? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot of anxiety. We have the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. So this is telling me that there is a really beautiful connection in your life, or that there will be. However, your ability to really trust this person or to trust that they aren't going to wrong you is really going to be coming into play. I feel like this year is going to be about you allowing yourself to trust and to connect with somebody or people, but it feels like there is this you have a history of being wronged, of thinking the worst, assuming the worst, and then being proven right. And because of that, it's really caused a lot of anxiety and a lot of blockages when it comes to your ability to open up and stay open. And so I feel like while, yes, there is this really beautiful connection available to you, that your ability to trust that it's going to be good is really going to be what makes it or breaks it. With the Queen of Wands on the, or excuse me, the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it does feel like that is open to you, that ability to really trust and bring your anxieties to a soothed place in your mind, in your heart. It does feel like that is available to you, but it's going to really be up to you to put in the work to make this connection something that you can trust, something that you can rely on. I'm not sure why my camera won't focus. Get it together. Okay, let's just get a little bit more. I was gonna do 3 cards, but I want to get to some kind of hope for you. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is telling me that again. So okay, the thing about the Ace of Pentacles is that it is the beginning of a really beautiful and a long-lasting success, but it's required that you put in the work, that you allow yourself to receive the beginning and then keep it going, to keep the momentum of the good thing going. So I feel like there may be some obstacles when it comes to your anxiety for you to address this year. When it comes to your romantic partner, it's up to you to really put your trust in them. And it obviously it's up to them to, prove themselves worthy and prove themselves, trustworthy person. But if they aren't actually doing anything to really prove you prove your anxieties right, it's okay for you to trust. It's okay for you to say, well, maybe there really isn't anything hidden. Maybe there really isn't anything that I need to worry about. And just relax. Because I do feel like this is going to be a beneficial thing. And you may be starting. I really feel like you're single and you're going to be starting a relationship that will test your limits a little bit, that will test your ability. Not that it's an anxiety provoking relationship, but that it's a trustworthy person that brings up situations that are normal, but that for you they trigger a response of I'm scared. And so it's up to you to open your heart up and create this healing experience with this person, but that is available to you. That is something that you can accomplish this year in your romantic life. Overall, I feel like this year is just a really good time for you to practice loving and let yourself being loved, and learning that not all people are going to treat you badly. Not all people are going to betray you. And some people actually want to love you as you are. So, moving on, let's take a look at your money, your finances, and your work for group number 2, Spirit. Their finances and their work. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Tower. Let's get one more card. Okay, 4-2. Okay, we have the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Cups. So this is feeling like there is obviously a big change in your work in 2025, but I feel as though that it's the result of you maybe burning out a little bit. With the Four of Swords here, it does feel like there is going to be an opportunity for you to slow down and really gather your strength again. Maybe you do fall on a little bit of hard times, and it's up to you to relax your way into a better feeling situation. With the Four of Pentacles here, it does kind of feel as though there is this need to really hold on to your finances, to be a little bit more wise when it comes to budgeting. Maybe you are reworking your finances because of this change. And with the Six of Cups here, it's telling me that there is this familiarity, this feeling that you may be reintroduced to a job that you've either been at previously or that you have been interested in since you were a child. And because of this change, you're really being given an opportunity to dive into what is more passionate to you, something that is more in alignment with what you and your inner child really want for yourself. With the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, it also kind of feels like the way through whatever this change is, because this is a really good thing for you, though it may not feel good all the time. The way through it is going to be through nurturing your emotions, following your intuition, really leaning into this inner child moment where you can do some healing. And because of that healing, I feel as though you won't feel as restricted. You won't feel like you have to budget every single penny to the T. Um, I just feel like the beginning of this year it may be a little bit rocky. It may be like, oh my goodness, I'm going through this big change. I'm burnt out. I don't really know how to move forward. I don't really know how to stretch my pennies. And you will figure it out. You will figure it out. And in the process, I do feel like you'll be receiving more. I feel like there is this kind of a gift being given to you. I feel like with these houses in the background as well, that there is this feeling of safety. There's this feeling of I can always um, go home. I can always find, and that's not to say that like if you're living on your own that you're going to have to move back home, but it's just feeling like you're always going to have a safe space, and this change is never going to derail you off of, what is yours. I feel like you may be discovering that this change is something that maybe you couldn't have done on yourself, or you couldn't have made the decision to do it on your own, and so the universe is providing it for you and saying, I'm going to create the opening. You need to rest. You need to look at your finances, readjust, and then the new thing that's going to make you really fall in love with life again or fall in love with work, it will be available to you after you kind of figure your stuff out. But I do feel like there is going to be a big change, that rest is going to be required of you, and reevaluating your finances will definitely be something that that you are needing to do. Maybe you're used to spending and living in one way, and because of this change you have to change that. And it may not be that you're getting less, but it may just be that you need to change the way that you're spending your money. I'm not sure how else to say that, but it does feel like it's a good thing. It's a movement in a positive direction, especially with the Ace of Pentacles over here in your love life. It does feel like there are new opportunities available to you, and they may not come in a form that you are used to seeing. It may not be so obvious. And so, following your intuition with the Queen of Cups here, leaning into your emotional guidance system is really going to be important. Taking that time to rest and recover from whatever kind of burnout that you've been through is going to be paramount when it comes to discovering this newfound passion of yours. So now, oops, what the heck? Where did it go? I saw one that was flipped around. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles that I didn't even see flip around, but she did. And this is so funny. I love this because it's just a reminder that you will be okay. You will be more than okay, because the Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to take care of things. She knows how to gather resources when she needs it, and she knows um how to stretch things to make things work for her. And she's nurturing, she's loving her environment and really taking care of herself and taking care of her finances. So this is a really funny way of the universe saying, it may come in a way that you least expect it, but it's there and it's available to you. It's just a matter of you resting enough for you to actually see it, because maybe you are moving and not able to really look up from, say, your desk and see that there's a new opportunity. I'm hearing posted on the billboard. I don't know what that means, but that it's there for you to play with and to mold and to shape, but you have to look at it. You have to see it. You have to witness it, and you have to want it. You have to look at it and say, that's what I want for myself, and be willing to follow through, to nurture yourself into the position of receiving that. So, there may be a billboard. I don't know. I heard that in my head, and I'm like thinking that now that maybe there's going to be a billboard that you see that's like, oh, that's exactly what I want. Anyways, okay. Moving on into your personal growth throughout the year, your spirituality. For group number 2, Spirit, what does their personal growth throughout the year look like? I love to see it. Wow, we have the World and the 10 of Cups. Let's get one more card. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. I feel like you are letting go of resistance. Like your job, the only thing that you need to do this year to really focus on, to allow everything else to really get into alignment with each other, is just to release your resistance, to say yes to more things, to open yourself up to healing and experiences that maybe you haven't really been open to. I feel like there is this outer war and this internal war that are coming to a close. You're receiving closure. And because of that, because of your ability to maybe exit this fight that's going on, whether that be external or internal or both, once you say, no more, I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm just going to accept that what's mine is mine and it will find me, and that I am worthy of it, then all things will come to you. With the 10 of Cups here, it's like you are going to be experiencing total emotional fulfillment. That there is going to be this really beautiful experience for you to have, and experiences for you to have throughout 2025 that are going to bring you to this place of peace that maybe you have been struggling to find because you're so involved in the grind, is what I'm hearing. And so we have the world here, which is all about wholeness. It's about healing. It's about the completion of it. And so not only, we also have a 10 here, not only are you completing cycles, I feel like there is this generational cycle of sorts that is coming to a close, and you are saying no more. No more to whatever the heck was causing this distress and this distrust, and all of this alignment with really negative circumstances. It's no more, and you aren't willing to follow that path anymore. And because of that, this change is happening. I feel like either there's two things happening that I'm seeing. Either this change is going to happen um, out of you making the decision to follow a new path, or, and this is what I'm feeling more, is that the universe is going to make the change for you. And because of it, you're going to be opened up to a new way of perceiving things, a new way of existing in things and learning from things. And you're going to realize that you have the power to really shift and change some really big things in your life, and to bring yourself closer to this emotional fulfillment that the Ten of Cups provides. This is feeling very much like a beautiful experience within yourself. And I really, truly feel like this year is going to be about you developing in such a grand way that perhaps by the end of 2025, you may not recognize the person that you are in the best way possible. It's like, I can't even fathom that I used to maybe purposefully put myself in positions to receive this kind of hateful experience, or I can't even fathom you know allowing other people to expect the worst of me, or allowing the universe to bring me into these really negative circumstances. And it's not that like you have total control over what the universe does, but it's like you are recognizing your relationship with your spirit guides, with the universe, with other people that you are co-creating with. And because of that, it's allowing you to really take your power back, to live your life from a place of purpose and charge. I feel like you're going to be taking charge in a more meaningful way. And I really don't want that to sound like you've just been a doormat this whole time, but it does feel like you have put up with a lot, and that has really set the stage for the powerful person that you are going to be stepping into moving forward. So overall, your personal development is something great, something very intense and beautiful. We also have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So this is absolutely a sign that you will be falling back in love with life. You will be falling back in love with yourself. You will be falling back in love with the experiences that you have. If you have felt disconnected, disengaged, angry, upset, angst, and just over it, or that it's just been really mundane and boring and that you're just going through the motions, I really, really feel like there is going to be enough change in your life in 2025 for you to find this emotional freedom, this feeling of love and passion and desire and drive and vigor and vitality and all of the good things that you really want in your life, but maybe you don't know how to attract. So overall, that's some really big energy that I'm so excited for you to experience. So lastly, get back in there. Let's take a look at your fun and adventures for 2025. For group number 2, Spirit, their fun and adventures. Okay, we have the King of Swords reversed. You know what? This actually popped out like that, and then I picked it up weird. I want it upright. And Spirit will redirect if need be. But let's see what else is for fun and adventures for group number 2. Okay, Six of Pentacles. One more card for group number 2, Spirit. Awesome. We have Three of Wands here. And on the bottom of the deck, wow, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're going on a lot of adventures and you will be set financially. Don't need to worry about that. So we have the King of Swords here. He is somebody that is very rigid. He's a great leader, great at leading things, but he has a very rigid code. And so it does feel like the adventures that you're going on, they are going to require a lot of planning. You may be going on trips that really require you to get a lot of things done beforehand, get your things in order before you head out. It may be a long trip. With the Six of Pentacles here, I feel as though you will be receiving something. There's some gifts for you to have. Maybe your birthday will be a big moment, or just overall, people want to help you. But I really feel like this is coming through as people really supporting you. And maybe while you are going through this big change, if that requires you to lose income for a little while, that you don't need to worry, especially with the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. But I don't give fear-based readings, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. If a job loss is not in question for you, don't align with it. It's okay. We have the Three of Wands here, so it feels like you have these really big ideas. And again, he has a very rigid code. He has a very high standard, and so it feels like the ideas that you have, it's almost like you are saying, I am ready to rise above my current circumstances and I'm ready to have fun. I feel like this is all about you saying yes to more things. You're experiencing more things, and this feeling of wholeness, this feeling of completion, it's really here and present in your adventures, because you are choosing to have fun in life, not because you've worked so hard so you deserve it, but because life is about having fun. And so you're creating from a place of joy rather than necessity and reward. And while, yes, reward is great and it's important that you continue to reward yourself, it's also important that you treat yourself just because, that you give yourself these adventures and these fun times in life just because that's basically why we are alive is to experience. And so I feel like there is a lot for you to experience in 2025. With the 10 of Pentacles, I just want to say one more time that you aren't going to have to worry about the finances of the situation. And if you are, and I don't want you to think that you aren't going to have to like gather money, but that you're not going to have to struggle your way to make the trip work. There is this feeling that you will have enough. Maybe somebody wants to take you on a trip or an adventure. So I'm not sure why trip specifically is popping into my mind so much, but I'm seeing planes, I'm seeing a van driving down the highway. So I feel like there's a lot of travel involved, a lot of looking out into the unknown and letting yourself adventure there. I feel like this is a really exciting year for you. Overall, I feel like a lot is going to be changing. A lot externally and internally is going to be shifting for you in 2025 in the best way possible. And yes, it may not always feel great, and that would be a shame if it did, because we need contrast in our lives. We need sustenance to create with. So it's okay if things are difficult. It's okay, because there is a beautiful beginning for you here. With every ending, there is a beginning. With every completion of a cycle is the new beginning of a next one. So I feel like there are lots of trips and adventures and fun ideas for you to play with throughout 2025, and you won't be alone. There is this feeling of providing for you, and maybe that you will be providing for somebody else as well. But overall, I think that this is going to be a year for you to soothe your anxieties, to lean into change, experience a change in your finances, and allow yourself to finally rest, for you to connect with work again, for you to fall back in love with life, for you to experience some emotional fulfillment, some deep wholeness, and to complete some generational cycles, to break some, for you to lean into allowance and away from resistance, and to create some big changes that you want for yourself, and to lean into a new way of really being. And I also feel like you're going to be receiving a lot this year. So stay open and allow yourself to really, you know, be open to receiving. Be open to receiving not just from the universe on a vibrational level, but also physically from other people. Overall, you have really beautiful ideas, and the world wants to see you. It wants to celebrate you and to really uplift you along your journey. I hope you have an amazing year. If you found this reading helpful and you resonated with it, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find me on TikTok. I do lots of daily readings. I'll see you later. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into your 2025 highlights. So, we are going to start with your love and your romance for 2025. All right, Spirit, for group number 3, what does their love life look like for 2025? Ooh, okay. We've got the Sun, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles, with the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay. There is some really, really nice energy here. I feel like your love life is golden, is what I'm hearing. That it is sparkling, it's light, it's loving, it's beautiful, it's uplifting, and it's inspiring, is also what I'm hearing. I feel like there's a lot of gratitude with your partner. I don't get the feeling that you are currently single, though if you are, I feel as though this beautiful relationship will be finding you in 2025. But this feels long term. So either you've been together for a really long time and it's continuing to grow, or it will be the beginning of a long term relationship. With the Sun here, it feels like this fresh energy, a really an uplifting to what you have currently going on. So it feels, I'm just going to speak to you already being in a relationship, but know that it will still apply um, as a new relationship if that's the case for you. So I feel like this is a revamping, a really beautiful uplifting of who you guys are together. And I feel like it's going to kind of restore your love for each other and really allow you to see each other in a new light, in a new ray of sunshine, if you will. With the Two of Wands, it feels as though you guys are building something new together, that you are really leaning into new ideas, that you're trying new experiences, going on new dates, and wanting to maybe travel the world together. But overall, this is a really good feeling of, having a lot of ideas together and wanting to execute them together. I love that it is the Two of Wands, so it does feel very much like it's just you two. And I heard us two against the world. So, I mean, not that I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of challenges that you guys face, though there may be, but it feels just like you two have this really beautiful bond, and it's just you guys. It's just you, and the rest of the world doesn't really matter. They kind of falls to the back burner. With the Six of Pentacles, this feels like you two just want to see each other succeed. You want to uplift each other and help each other. I feel like you both have this really beautiful relationship where it's not about each of you giving 100%. It's about maybe one person can give 50% and the other person can give 50. Maybe one person can give 60% one day and the other person can only give 40. And it's always a match of like, I see you where you're at, and that's okay. And I'm here for you. And if you can't give me your all, you don't have to, because I'm going to give you my all, and vice versa. There's this really beautiful allowance of like allowing each other to be who you are and not forcing a change, not forcing this you to be more, for you to do more, for you to, it's this really beautiful recognition of who you are. And with the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I feel like the energy surrounding your relationship is really one of readiness. You may, upgrade, you may get engaged, you may be getting married, you may um just some kind of relationship upgrade. It's available to you. There may be a little bit of hesitancy, not that you guys aren't ready, but maybe just you aren't wanting to yet. That you just want to experience some things first. So it's okay for you to take your time in the acceptance of what the universe has to offer you both. Just know that there are things being offered to you, and it's also okay for you to take those things. There is, I feel I need to remind you that there's never going to be a shortage of the things that you deserve. That what's yours is yours in this life, and you don't need to worry about you missing the chance, or taking too much. I'm not sure what that has to do with, but I feel like I needed to say that. Okay. So now let's move into your finances and your work. Okay, so Spirit, for group number 3, what do their finances and work look like for 2025? All right. Okay, we have the Devil, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So this is telling me that you may be facing some distractions. And I think it's funny that the Devil popped out over here on your love life specifically. And we've got these two just totally enthralled with each other. So maybe you do need to focus a little bit more on work, focus a little bit more on um, budgeting things a little bit more wisely. Maybe you two like to get a little crazy, order a lot of food, maybe go on expensive and extravagant dates, and that is a beautiful and wonderful thing to do occasionally and when you can. But if you really can't, it's important that you budget things wisely, that you make sure that you are in the clear before you move forward. There is also this feeling that you may start an apprenticeship, or that you may be starting a job that requires you to learn some more things than what you have been doing in the past. It does feel like a new job opening is available to you, something that you haven't done in the past, something that you are going to have to put a little bit more effort into and allow yourself to expand into. We have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So it may be that you are feeling a little bit challenged, a little bit burnt out, and it's okay for you to feel that and have a good time at the same time, if that makes sense. I feel like there's this kind of energy that I'm getting, that maybe you are the kind of person that as soon as the going gets tough, that you're like, okay, well, it's not for me. It's too hard, it's too difficult, so I'm out. I'd rather focus on something that feels better. And while, yes, it's important that you do that when it comes to a certain point, or if it genuinely feels really right for you to leave and exit a situation, then by all means follow your intuition. But I do think that it's important that you push yourself a little bit more, and that you are facing your fears when it comes to, your doubts about um, being able to learn, being able to take on new challenges and expand. Maybe you are really, really comfortable doing one thing and you've always dreamt about doing something else, but it's just so big and scary that you're like, no, 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 I'm going to stay over here in my comfort zone. I'm going to stay where it's nice and cozy and that I know what I can do. I know I can do this. I know it's going to look like this. I know it's going to feel like this. And I don't have to worry about anything big going wrong or anything, challenging me in a way. But I do feel like there is this kind of opening this year where you will be able to learn more and to take that opportunity. It's available to you. You don't have to take it. You can stay in your comfort zone, but I do feel like you're going to get bored there. You're going to get stuck. You're going to get burnt out in doing the same old, same old. And so challenging yourself, facing your fears, overcoming those doubts that you have is really going to benefit you when it comes to your finances. I feel like you will have more and you won't be um, so worried about spending if you allow yourself to do this, because it is going to increase your finances. I'm hearing maybe not at first, maybe it will be a little bit tough, and maybe that's one of the fears that you have, but it's going to be worth it to follow your dream, to do the thing that you haven't done before. All right, so moving on, let's get into your personal growth throughout 2025. So for pile or group number 3, Spirit, what does their personal growth look like? Their personal growth throughout 2025. Okay. So we have the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Emperor with, the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is telling me that you have a really nice and easy transition of sorts. I'm hearing that there will be a new beginning internally, like you really feel that drive to experience something beyond what you have currently, and you are ready to lean into it. I love that you have the 2 of Wands in your romance and then the 3 of Wands here in your personal growth, because it feels like you are really allowing your romantic life to catapult you into these desires that you want for yourself. Maybe your partner is the one that's like, you should go for it, you should do it, you are worthy of it, and they are your support system and they really want to see you succeeding. And then we have the 4 of Wands. So it's 2, 3, 4, which is awesome energy to have. The 4 of Wands is all about comfort, all about um, marriage. Again, is about this card. So it's like you have this upgrade coming, this feeling of wanting more for yourself and allowing yourself to experience it. And because of that, you're developing a new sense of safety in your body. So maybe you have struggled with trauma in the past and you're coming to a place of real deep peace, and it's not something that's fleeting. It's not this sense of false safety. And it's not the same as staying in your safety comfort zone. It's deeper than that. It's actual healing. It's not a coping mechanism. It's not a band aid. It is true healing. And I really feel like there is just so much peace and there is so much for you to learn. The Emperor is a very logical man. He's very all about his head over heart. And so I feel like because you are following your intuition, you're following your path, you're facing your fears, and you are learning a lot more, not just in your finances and your work life, but also in your personal life, that you are gaining the ability to navigate situations like you haven't before. The theme of having gone through trauma is really sticking out to me. It kind of feels like you are reparenting yourself in a sense. And so I feel as though 2025, there will be this offering of sorts from the universe to re-provide for yourself, whether that be financially or what I'm feeling more of, it's emotionally and mentally. So I feel like you're revisiting things from your past and taking care of your inner child in a way that makes you feel safe again, though in a way that makes you change the narrative of who you are and how you're living, so that you can experience more, so that you can experience this safety. It's like you are mending a relationship internally, so that you can experience a deeper sensation of fulfillment in your life. So overall, for you, group number three, this it definitely feels like you are stepping into a new comfort, and it's not a false sense of safety. It's not safety because it's familiar. It's safety because it's true. It's yours and it's created by you. With the Ace of Pentacles here, and I just saw the oh, I saw the Nine of Pentacles there. It's telling me that you are truly stepping into a relaxed state of mind, and maybe this will kind of catapult you. Maybe it's starting from your relationship, and you really take a look at yourself and do the inner work, and then that brings you to a place where you can really start this new job, this new thing that you've really dreamt of doing, but have previously had a lot of blocks about. All right. So, lastly, let's take a look at your fun and adventure for 2025. Okay, for group number three, Spirit, what fun and adventure can they expect to have? Ooh. Oh my goodness, very nice. Okay, let's get one more card. All right. Very nice. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you are creating a lot of passion for yourself. And speaking of creating, we do have the Magician that came out here first. So I really feel like this is about you attracting scenarios that are going to be fulfilling for you, that are going to really bring you a lot more fun in your life and potentially with your partner. But with the Ace of Cups here, it's like it's the beginning, it's the very start. And so it's going to feel fresh, it's going to feel exciting. It may restore your faith if you've been really down on life and really just expecting the worst. Overall, this is such a beautiful reminder of your power, that you are the creator of your life. I really feel like there's going to be some kind of situation or scenario that's going to remind you that you are the powerful one and the creator of the things that are happening in your life. Of course, there are things out of our control. Of course, there are, co-creative situations that we just, we can't control. But there is this feeling of power here that you will be the one controlling and really influencing the outcome of what's most important to you. And because of that, I do feel with this Six of Swords here that you are moving into a better feeling. This is an adventure you know, of moving from a difficult situation into something more fulfilling and more exciting. And there is a little bit of a message of, healing as you go, making sure that you you recognize that it's fun and continue. It's like, how do I explain this? I'm getting the image of you like having fun, and then there's this thought in the back of your mind of saying, well, it's only going to last so long. Well, it's only going to be like this for this amount of time, and then I have to go back and do all these things, and I have to go back to work, and so I feel like there's this opportunity in the fun that you're creating for yourself this year for you to say, this can last and this feeling can persist for as long as I choose to feel it, for as long as I choose to involve myself in it. And I have the ability, since I've created this fun moment, I have the ability to create more of that. I have the ability to attract more circumstances, more people and places that are going to align with what I really want and what I consider to be fun, anyways. Maybe you've been somebody that just kind of tags along with other people's events, and this year it's about doing what you want to do. But this is about the beginning of a long lasting receiving mode of you maybe putting into the universe the things that you've really, really wanted for a long time, and then finally allowing yourself enough vibrational wiggle room for the universe to actually deliver it. So, overall, wow, for you, pile number three, group number three, your year is so beautiful. This has been the most smooth reading this far. I feel like you're going to have a really uplifting experience, that 2025 is going to be a really beautiful year and a good year for you to look back on and say, oh my God, that was the year that I made this big change. I trusted myself and I really leaned into it, and everything just fell into place after that. I'm seeing you, reminiscing with friends about the adventures that you've been on, reminiscing with your partner, and discussing all the things that you guys accomplished together and that you guys experienced together. But I really feel like there's this beauty to be had. There is this healing and this beautiful peace, for you to really experience and to mold with and shape with and evolve with. So, overall, make sure that you listen to your heart, that you follow the things that are important to you, that you allow yourself to have fun, you allow yourself to recognize your power. Be with your partner, be present with them, because there is a lot for you to experience together. There's a lot of upliftment that is going to potentially catapult you into this healing moment that is yours. Obviously, it can come from a lot of different sources, but it may very well come from a deep conversation that you have with your partner. I think that this year is going to uplift you, it's going to surprise you, it's going to reward you, and really give you a boost of confidence and assurance in your life. I wish you all of the best. If you found this reading helpful and you resonated with it, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find me on TikTok. I have my handle down in the description below. I love you all. Have a great year. Hello, group number four. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into your 2025 highlights. So, we're going to start with your love and romance. So, for group number four, Spirit, can we get some insights into their love life for 2025? Oh, wow. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. This is some really intense energy. We have a lot of new energy surrounding your love life. So this could very well point towards a new relationship. If you are already in a long-term relationship and that doesn't resonate with you, this could simply point towards an extension of your family, so a birth, or it could point towards you finding some kind of restorative energy in your relationship together. It could mean new adventures. The Ace of Swords talks about bravery and moving forward. So maybe you've been in a rut and you are looking to find some kind of reconciliation and move forward. Whatever the case, I'm going to speak from the point of view of somebody that is finding a relationship, because that is really what's speaking to me the most. So, for the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, this is telling me that this relationship is going to be extremely fulfilling, and it's going to require some work. Every relationship does, but this is the kind of partnership that is very it's I'm hearing sacred bond. Like this is the kind of person that you definitely want in your corner when it comes to, life's challenges, the ups and the downs. So this is feeling very much like it's going to be a slow burn of sorts. The Ace of Pentacles does speak of a really beautiful beginning, but you have to keep that energy going. You have to keep the momentum going. And with the Ace of Swords here, with that, it's feeling like your ability to really, choose right and wrong, choose your boundaries, communicate with each other, talk to each other about the things that are important to you. It's really going to keep that energy, this new, beautiful beginning in motion. And I feel as though this is such a restorative thing, not just in your relationship, but also as you as a person, because this is going to bring you to a place of deeper understanding within yourself. With the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands here, it kind of feels like one is you and the other is your partner. And so there is a lot of, very different energy when it comes to these two people. The King of Swords is somebody that is, he follows a very rigid code. He has rules for himself. And so he doesn't like to lower his expectations. He's very precise about the things that he wants. And that makes him a really, really great leader. But it can also make him a little bit stubborn, which is, some people love those qualities in a person. That can mean that they are very determined, that they are very, you know, driven in life. And so that may be something that you are looking for in a partner. And then with the Queen of Wands here, this is telling me that this person is going to be somebody that is very self confident, very alluring. They are very nurturing. They take care of themselves. They take care of the people that they love, and they go after what they want. They really know how to show up in life. So, one of these could be pointing to you, and one of them could be pointing to a partner, or it could be that this is a mix of somebody that you are going to be attracting into your life. Somebody that is very confident, very leadership oriented, somebody that really likes to be in control, but I don't feel like it's going to be a negative thing, like that they aren't going to allow you some control. It kind of feels like this really nice balance of, air and fire, that it's going to create this really beautiful passionate momentum. I really love this energy for you. And I feel like whoever this person is that's entering your life is really going to challenge you in the best way possible. Okay, so moving on, let's take a look at your work and your finances. So for group number 4, Spirit, their work and finances. Okay, one more card. Thank you. Okay, oh, nice. We have the 2 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is really, I love that the 9 of Pentacles is here, because this card speaks of having enough and more than enough. You're not really worried about spending. You're not worried about overspending, I would say. And it does feel like you are going to be getting some kind of certificate, some kind of expertise done. It feels like you are going to be learning and expanding. And because of that, you are going to be making more. With the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands here, maybe the beginning of the year is starting off with you getting clear about what that is going to look like for you, what you want to expand your knowledge in. The Two of Wands, he has a lot of great ideas, doesn't fully know how to execute them yet, but that doesn't matter at this stage because this is the planning stage. This is the getting ready. And with the Five of Wands here, it can bring up some conflicts inside, some kind of disruptions in your mind. So it could be that you need to tackle some limiting fears about what you want for yourself. You don't have to know how everything is going to work out. That is something that comes as you move forward. But just soothing yourself, allowing yourself the space to dream, to hold the world in your hands and say, I want this, this, and this for myself. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I am recognizing that I am worthy of it simply because I want it. And perhaps you would go even as far to say that just your ability to want something means that you can have it. And I personally believe that, but it really depends on how you interact with the law of attraction, with the universe, and all of that. But it does feel like the beginning of this year may start off with you tackling some limiting beliefs when it comes to your money. Maybe you are struggling a little bit in this. It's feeling more like a transition, not that it's you falling on hard times. It just feels like you are needing to quiet your mind, you're needing to get things in order, you're needing to step out of the drama if there is any. And when you are able to do that, when you're able to get clear, that's when this relaxed prosperity comes into view for you. That's when this point of expertise, of really feeling like a leader, feeling like a fully grown and developed individual in the work that you are doing. Excuse me. So let's move forward into your personal growth throughout 2025. So for group number 4, Spirit, what is their personal growth? I love the way that flipped out. We have the Three of Cups, which is such a beautiful thing. So your personal growth starting off, it's going to involve other people. There are going to be people that want to see you succeed and really uplift you and really celebrate your accomplishments with you. Wow, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is telling me I love that you there's only one more ace left in the deck, and it's okay. So anyways, so we've got the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So I love that the cups energy is so strong in this area of your life because this means that your personal growth is going to be one of deep fulfillment. There is going to be a lot of really beautiful moments in 2025 for you to really challenge yourself in an emotionally mature way. It feels like you're growing. It feels like you are expanding and you're asking for more and you're receiving more. You're allowing yourself to look a little bit deeper into your soul, and because of that, you're really expanding your perception of the world, if that kind of makes sense. So let's see one more card for personal growth. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups reversed. This is such a good omen. So, this is telling me that you are going to make all the best decisions for yourself in 2025. The Seven of Cups, when it's upright, it can speak of temptation, of choosing something out of instant gratification rather than long term success, long term stability, and so on and so forth. But when it's in reverse, it indicates that you have made the right decision. You've chosen something for yourself to last forever, to last, you know, in throughout time in your life. And so this is feeling like you are breaking generational curses or cycles. You are truly healing from some pretty deep stuff. You are making some really big personal changes that are going to support you and continue to support you throughout your time in this world. It definitely feels like you are maybe attracting new friends into your life that have to do with this. I'm seeing maybe you are starting a new like workout program, a new meditation class. Maybe you're doing yoga. Maybe you are, going to a new spot in a coffee shop to work out. It's a coffee shop you've never been to. And because of you introducing these new environments and these new routines into your life, new people are being attracted to you, and that's where you really get these solid friendships that are really going to uplift you and persist throughout your life. And I want to mention before I move on to the next topic that the Ace of Cups, it speaks of an overflowing prosperity. So this is the beginning. It's just the beginning of all of the beautiful things that are going to be available to you. Maybe you have been in a really difficult space in life. Maybe you have had a hard time receiving and attracting the things that you really want for yourself. And starting this year, you're going to find that thing that makes things click for you. And I really feel like maybe it will start with your ability to receive money, your work life, because the way that these cards are laid out, it's just kind of feeling like there may be an opportunity here for you to recognize something that maybe you can go a little bit deeper with, and then that opens the door to a lot more things in your other aspects of your life that you can take a look at and really deep dive into. But overall, this year, just remember this moment where I'm telling you, you're gonna make the right decision. If there comes a point where you're like, I don't know if I have what it takes to really move forward, I don't know if I have what it takes to navigate this new unknown situation, just remember, you have what it takes. You are gonna make the right decision, and it's okay. Okay. So moving forward, let's take a look lastly at the fun and adventures available to you in 2025. For group number 4, Spirit, what fun and adventures are available to them? For group number 4. Okay. Get one more. Awesome. Okay. We have the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is feeling like you may be meeting somebody, and I know that it may be a romantic partner, but I feel like this is all about you being introduced to some kind of new person. And it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a new work partner. But that for some reason, right now, it doesn't normally stand out to me like this. But the King of Cups, he's feeling like a new addition, like somebody will be traveling into your life. It's not that you have to go out and find them. Maybe you do go on an adventure and you find them there, but this is feeling like a new addition. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this is telling me that there is going to be a lot of work that you're doing, and for sure with confirmation from your work and finance reading. But this card speaks of hard work behind the scenes, and so it feels kind of like there may be some unexpected recognition, some kind of acknowledgement of the work that you've been doing, and because of that, you are able to maybe succeed into this moment of relaxation, of financial stability that you haven't really experienced before. But somebody's going to see your efforts, and that's going to be a really beautiful experience. I just had this vision of like you in a warehouse working on something, and like maybe you're a very creative person and somebody comes in and they take a look at what you are doing. They're interested in investing, or they're interested in investing their energy into it. And so maybe this becomes a collaborative kind of work for you, something that you can um, really get invested in and explore with somebody else. With the Page of Cups here, this is telling me that you will receive some really big news this year that is going to uplift you. It's going to fill your spirits high. And it's all about, an emotional fulfillment. And so maybe that is what kind of also it could be what sparks this moment for you. But overall, I think that there is this really beautiful happening that's going to take place in 2025 that involves something that really means a lot to you. I know that that sounds a little bit vague, but it feels like it's going to have to do with something that you are extremely passionate about and something that you can intertwine your energy with another person in. So overall, this is such a fun adventure. It feels like this an invitation of sorts to really get your hands dirty and have fun and play and maybe not take things a little bit or not take things so seriously. Maybe work and anything in that capacity has been really difficult for you throughout life, and after you go through this moment, then you start doing what you want and you attract the people that are going to really make sense for that life with you. And because of that, then you just kind of upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and move forward up and out. um but this card really is telling me that there will be a point in 2025 where you receive some really beautiful news that may be life changing. It with the way that your personal growth is here, and honestly the rest of your reading, it's feeling like this year is going to be um a tremendous one for you. It's going to be big. It's going to change things and you are responsible for that change. So overall for 2025, I think that you should definitely stay open to any kind of romantic relationship that feels good for you, obviously, but one that maybe challenges you in a way that you're not used to, one that makes you think, one that makes you dream and really strive for something better in your life. When it comes to your work, don't be afraid to challenge yourself to really go beyond what you are used to doing, because on the other side of that, on the other side of your dreams and your goals is, you know, total fulfillment, total relaxation, and not having to worry so much. So do what makes sense to you. Do what makes sense on a soul level, and not what makes sense to your fears, what makes sense to your doubts, because that's not working for you anymore, and that'll keep you stuck. When it comes to your personal growth, just know that you are making the right decisions, you're doing the right things, and you can expect a really beautiful foundation to be built from this change that you are embracing. And as you move forward throughout the year, there's going to be a lot of new opportunities available to you. There may be a lot of work that is being recognized. Your personal work or your financial work is going to be recognized and appreciated and uplifted. There may be a new addition into your life. So, friends, a lover, somebody else, I'm not sure who, but it could point to some really beautiful connections that you make on trips, or just being yourself, just being who you are in your own environment, and the universe is going to deliver. But overall, seems like a beautiful year for you, and I'm excited for all of the adventures, the fun, the love, the money that you're going to make, and the memories that you're going to make. You have a lot in store for yourself, and I hope that you receive all the things that you want. If you found this reading helpful and insightful, then please give this video a like and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also find me on TikTok. I post a lot of daily readings. Love y'all. Have a good 2025.